All right, so let's jump into EazyBot here. And what you're looking at is a dashboard of an account. Right now, you guys will not see any update to Founders Club. I'm going to come back and talk about Founders Club. I want to focus right now on just doing deposits. So we're going to click here and go to My Wallet. So you're going to see a deposit button when you get into your wallet, and you're going to want to click on deposit. And we still have a switching issue. It will switch between day and night periodically. That will get addressed here. We're going to keep it in night mode. All right, so it'll take you to a screen that looks like this. There's a couple of things you want to really pay attention to and understand about this process and about how crypto works. And I'm going to talk to you about that right now. So please, please, please stay with me for a moment. All right, so you're going to decide here how much you want to deposit into your EazyBot wallet. Now, let's use, for example, that you want to upgrade to the VIP package and you want to send $1,000 to your wallet. So let's add another zero here. So what you need to pay attention to is it's telling you exactly what you need to transfer to EazyBot. Amount to be transferred is $1,007.01. That's accounting for fees that are part of the processing of your payment so that the payment is received by EazyBot. Okay. Then you're going to click on add. And then you want to pay attention to a couple of things here. The amount to be transferred, again, is going to be displayed to you here. And it is USDT TRC20. So the only payment network that is active and available for us to receive deposits today is USDT TRC20. Very, very important if you're new to crypto or if you're unfamiliar with sending crypto, important that you understand that you can send USDT on a number of different networks. You can send it on TRC20, ERC20, Solana, and a number of other networks. So when you're sending USDT, make sure that you are sending it TRC20. If you send it another way, it will not arrive and you may be out of that money with no recourse. So that's the first and most important thing. Make sure you're sending it by the proper network. We'll talk about other network options before we finish this call, but for now and for today, this is the only option that's enabled. Now you need to pay attention to the total amount that needs to be received by EazyBot. It's $1,007.01. In this situation, we're sending $1,000 and there's $7.01 in fees that need to be covered. All right, now you can do one of two things in order to capture the address that you're sending it to. If you're on your mobile device, you can scan this QR code. Now, the way that you're sending your crypto is going to vary. There's 231 people on the call, and there's probably that many different ways from different wallets and so forth to send crypto. So you've got to figure out on your end how you're sending that to us. So you can scan it. Just about every crypto exchange or method of sending will allow you to scan a QR code. So you can scan it here, or you can copy the QR code by using the copy button right here. You can copy the address. So you can highlight it, but I suggest that you simply copy it. It'll put it on your clipboard. And then if you're on your desktop or if you're on your phone, you're going to paste it in the send address. All right. So now that you've gotten this, you've copied it, you've gone to your exchange, you've executed the transaction. Your next step is going to be, I did the payment. Now, before we do that, I want to make sure that you understand what you're going to face when you're on your exchange, when you're at the place where you're sending funds to us. So more than likely, what you're going to be faced with is an additional fee. This is crypto, and it is just the way it works. So I want you to be prepared for that. So for example, if you're sending this amount from a Binance account, because it's TRC20, they have a standard $1 fee per transaction. So if you're sending this $1,007.01 from your Binance account, as an example, Binance will impose a $1 fee. So you need to make sure that you account for that $1 fee and add that to the total that you're sending out so that what's received is the $1,007.01. Now, some of you are sending from other other platforms. An example that we experienced is that somebody sent a payment. They intended on sending $1,000, but they sent it through a method where they used a credit card, and that platform that they were using charged them $40 for the purchase of the crypto and sending the crypto. So instead of receiving the $1,000, what was received was closer to $950 and some change. Okay, so please pay special attention to whatever the platform you're using to send your crypto, any fees that they may impose. Make sure that you are covering those fees so that what's received is this amount here. If I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, it's because this is the part of this process that most people are going to stumble over. And I don't want that to be you or the people that you're in communication with and the people that you're supporting. So it's very easy if we all understand what the expectation is. Make sure this is what's being received. That's the point here, okay? All right, so you've now executed this transaction. You click on I did the payment, and that's going to take you here, and you're going to see a pending amount of $1,000. Okay, that amount will be pending until the payment is actually received by EazyBot, and once it's finalized, you'll see a green check, and that payment will now reflect in your total balance. So right now, this pending amount is not reflected in the total balance. Okay, so here's something else to note. So going back to the example that I just gave you guys, where if you missed a step in what I just said, and for some reason you didn't send the entire $1,007.01, and let's say you totally missed it and you just sent $1,000. Well, what's going to happen is there is that transaction fee that the $7.01 represents, that's still imposed on the total amount that's received. So for example, you only sent $1,000. What EazyBot will receive is something like $993 and some change. That amount is what will then show up as a completed transaction and credited to your account. So this is a reason why it's important to pay attention to this, because, for example, a lot of you are interested in upgrading to the $995 VIP package. And if you did what I just said, which is instead of sending the $1,007 and you only sent $1,000, you're going to end up with less than you intended in order to purchase the VIP package. So whatever we receive, whatever is received by EazyBot's processor is what will be credited to your account and added to your current balance. All right, I hope that's clear. Before we go any further and talk about any other updates, I want to talk about the deposit process and any questions as it pertains to what we just reviewed. So any questions on the deposit process specifically, let's pause for a moment and talk about that.
Sorry, I just wanted to jump in when you were doing that. Just Canadian people, we're talking US dollars here, so make sure that you know your exchange rate so you're also not falling short. That was just a quick little thing I wanted to jump in there with.
Thank you, Catherine. Very, very good point. The other thing, I just got to note that some people who are currently trying to do deposits are sending deposits on ERC20. So the reason it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse about some of these things is because of that very reason. Please, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the way you're sending your funds. This isn't an EazyBot issue. This is a crypto thing. This is when we say that crypto is hard, these are the places where crypto is hard. It's all the details that you have to pay attention to and all the ways you can lose money if you don't pay attention to these details. We're going to do all that we can to make the processes here easy for you, but some of it is just out of our control. And so you've got to take the responsibility of becoming educated, aware, empowering yourself to be able to function in this world of crypto, and understanding how to move your money and do it safely is the very, very basic understanding that you have to have. Okay. So right now, please make sure if you're sending your funds, you're sending it using a TRC20 network.
If you are unsure, reach out to your sponsor. If they're not available, reach out to us in the EazyBot official, and somebody will connect with you and help you do that. So we're here to serve you guys. Just know that. And but always, if you're unsure of something, don't push the button. If you're anything like me, you get real excited. Oh, I can't wait. Doing, and then we lose it. Okay. I'm sanguine by nature. If you ever studied personality traits, I'm the guy that loves to have fun, but I'm also choleric. I like to be in charge while I'm having fun. So I get excited. I push buttons that I shouldn't. And I'm just encouraging you not to do the same thing. Who's up next, Breezy? Is it Gabrielle?
Yes, Gabrielle is next.
Yep. And real quick before we take questions, I'm going to say one more thing as it pertains to deposits, because I'm going to guess that one of you guys is going to ask this question. Within the next 48 hours, we will enable deposits using USDT on the Ethereum network, which is USDT ERC20. And we will also enable deposits for USDC. Within the next 48 hours by Friday, we will enable 2 other deposit options. So as of today, it's got to be, if you're sending funds today, it's got to be TRC20. Give us 2 more days and we'll give you 2 other options to help simplify things and make it easy for you.